Hey ladies, Elsa here with JustafewDesigns. I am going to do part 3 of the Halloween mini album today. For those ladies that got the kit, your black page already came folded. If you're following, it's just a 12 by 12 sheet of paper folded in half, and then you're going to fold it in half again. Okay, now this is going to be your binding right here. We're going to punch holes on the side right here. So when you go to fold, let me see what I did with this one and how this one's going to work. That's page 3. Okay, so this is page 1. About 2 inches down on this side, on the part facing you, we are going to cut down on just one of the flaps. Okay, the flaps. Here are the flaps. It's not, folded. Just cut down about 2 inches. You can eye it. Give or take 2 inches. And fold each flap down. Okay, so now you have this. You could go ahead, and if you don't want to cut it, just fold the whole thing, but then it gives you a really big, it's too massive right there, too lumpy. And when you cut it, it just gives it a little giveaway, Okay, so this is going to be your page 1. Let's assemble some of the parts that came in our kit with page 1. You have a little they came in with your kit. Zoom in a little bit. You got a little coffin, 3 little ghosts, and a spider. Let's work on the coffin. And yesterday on my video, I called this the shoe box, color box. Not a shoe box, it's a color box. And all I'm going to do with the little coffin is ink it. Like that. And while it's wet, I'm going to run my finger and just smudge it. Because it smudges really good. Like you do when you're drawing, with your pencil. Okay, so there you go. Now, you have a little baggie with different cutouts right here. I decided I was going to use the little, we have one of those in there, and I'm just going to glue it right there, okay? I may not have all the pieces that you have, but I know that you have that one in there. I've been dipping into my little baggie and making other things with it. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that to my little coffin. And because this kit came with no embellishments, just paper, everything in it was paper, this is going to be one of your embellishments for your cover. Okay. Now your little ghosts, I'm going to also ink them just a little bit, shade them. Just like that, just a little bit. Not too much. When I say things like that, just a little bit, I feel like, what was his name, Ross? A happy little tree here and there. I wish that man was super duper talented. I used to get up and watch him paint, and one year I thought, oh, that's easy, I can do that. Wrong. No, I couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. Now that that's put together, we're gonna work with this a little later. Like I said, I put some stuff in there that you might not even need. I just threw them in there just so that you could use them. Now on these, Some of you got a bag where the little holes are not missing, and some of you got these just because my Cricut went crazy and for some reason it would not cut. It would just ruin all the pieces that would open like this. So you're going to take this and glue it on top of that one. Now, if you decide you don't want to do that and you want to use them separately, you can too. I'm going to put mine on top of that one. So just glue away. My poor little Cricut was smoking. I've had it for a while now, and I don't think I've ever used it as much as I did when I was cutting this kit for you. And I had a Gypsy, and I've never used it until I did this, because that stupid software that I bought from Cricut, well, the computer that I put in it died. And when I try to reinstall it, it won't let me reinstall it in another computer. And I can't get, I don't know how to go about getting another key for it. I paid $89 for that software. And it's not letting me work it. Okay, and just work it until you have it nice and even place located. Now, I always move mine over a little bit so that I have a little, like a little shadow coming up on the sides. It's not always centered perfectly. Just because I think it looks a little bit better if I do that. So that's one piece. The next piece is you have this little thing with a little hand coming out of it, and the white piece goes over it like that. Okay, so let's put that together. Now, once again, this kit came with just paper, 2 binding rings, chipboard, and all the die cuts. I will be using glitter and some flowers and some other breads and some other things on my mini once we get done. So, but those, I figured you all have stuff like that at home. Okay, so this just fits nicely over it, like this. So you have that. Okay, inside of this, I'm going to put a little ghost over to the side like that. And you can put him over to the side. You can center him. Put him right in the center. I'm going to just move him over to the side a little bit. And if you can, leave him so that you can put like a picture underneath. So I probably shouldn't put glue all over him like that. So I'm going to let it dry. So that you can, I'm going to let him dry a little bit. I put the glue on this side. So I'm going to put him over here. There. So now you can still slip a picture underneath if you so desire. So that's 2 pieces. Now I put a little envelope in there for you to use, and it has the little score marks already. I don't know that you're going to need this, but if you do, this just scores up on both sides. The bottom part comes up like this, and then this is the part this is the envelope top. Okay. And then you just glue the 2 little sides right here. And that makes your little envelope. Okay, just like that. You may need it, may not. Once again, you got tags. I know that your tags are totally different from my tags because of the colors. I just started running out of paper, and I just decided to take what was left over. So you can choose to put them like this, and you have 2 tags. Let me turn them on this way. you'll have 2 tags. And it's the same like I explained before. Look in there. That gives you 2 tags. You can just do that. Put this in the back of that. And then you'll have 4 tags. So it's up to you how you want to do this. I think I'm going to place my big one over the smaller one. Like this. So you can put a picture here, but I'm going to put the black one on the back of the red one. This is totally creative preference, however you choose to do that. I've been having a lot of problems with YouTube. They're not sending me reminders or when people comment. So if I haven't been answering, ladies, I am so sorry, but I'm not getting reminders. And now even when I go to the YouTube comment area, they're not there. I have to go individually to each video and see if there's any comments. And it's frustrating me. Now I have that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one together also. Now I'm just putting glue on the smaller one. It goes inside your tombstone, but this one I am going to put inside of this. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 different ones. And where's my phone? We'll have to wait. Okay, just like this. Okay, so now I have 2 tags. One that you could do like this, with nothing in the back for a picture, or this one, and that smaller back right there. So you have those 2 tags. These, of course, are going to go inside your page right here and in the back. Right here, and it's going to keep calling back. Okay, so now we have those 2 tags, one there and one here. Now that is going to be your page. Now on the inside of these pages right here, I have 2 mats for you. And once again, my mats look totally different from yours. Yours are really pretty. They have green on them. You can do this, the 2 that I cut for you, and that would be it. And then I threw this in that you can put across the bottom of your pages to give you a totally different look. And you can save these for something else, or you can put them on the inside like that. Now these, they're one-sided, so if you turn them over, I know that they're really pretty green, but I think that the white looks so pretty because it's a spider web. So either or you can save the big ones and just do the little ones there. Take this and cut it in half and make it 2 little corners. It's all up to you. I think I am going to use them the way that I cut them, so that put one inside of the other. I'm going to do that with both of them. And I'm aligning this little, as good as I can, the punch outs on the side. And this is the Martha Stewart punch, the spider web. Now these are going to go in here. There was a, I thought I had a little thing that said poison. I'm not sure which little baggie it was in. You should have had, okay, I thought that there was a little thing that said poison on it, but I guess not. Maybe it's in one of the other kits. Now, this, I am going to put one of them here on the bottom of it. So I'm going to cut it off. Yours may be to length, they may not be this long. And I'm going to put a little ghost on the side of that one, like that. But I'm just going to glue the two ends down so that you're able to, you know, slip a picture underneath it. Another thing that you can do with this one, you can glue that on there and put the ghost over it like that, and your picture will still go on the bottom, which is what I think I am going to do. So I'm going to take this and just shade my moon. Just a little bit and smear it. Okay. And I'm going to lift this upwards. 3, 2, and I'm just going to glue the one little side of the moon right here, just on this, on the edge of it, so that it glues to the edge of my paper. And now this is going to glue to the top of the moon, like that. That way you can still put a picture down here like that. Okay? And now I'm going to glue one of the ghosts. Just a little glue in the back of the ghost, and it's just going to go right there. And that's my mat for that. Now you can choose to do the same thing to the other side if you want them equal, to have the same feel throughout, or you can let it go and just let it be like that. Okay, so that's going to be the inside of page 1. Okay, now on the outside of your page 1 right here, you are going to be putting your holes for your binding right here. Okay, so make sure that when you glue these down, you might want to go ahead and punch your holes first, that you push this over to the edge over here, so that when you cut your holes, you're not cutting on your mat. Okay, so glue them off over to the side, so that when you know, when you have those ring holes through there. Now on the front of this is where these are going to go. So this one's going to go right there. Now I am going to do some decorative cutting, just the corners of this page, so I'm not going to glue it down yet, but you need to go ahead and glue this down just so it's not flapping, and then you're going to glue this right there. Now I'm going to give this one a little lift, so I'm just using some what is this, like what you use, sticky dots or race dots or whatever they're called. This is matting tape, I think. Okay, it just gives it a little height. And I'm going to glue that to this flap. Now remember, that flap's going to be glued down, okay? Make sure to position this so that your hand's not sticking up high, because the hand is kind of fragile, and if it's sticking up high after a while of wear and tear, you know, you can I mean, it's not that fragile, but you don't want it up top so that it'll get bent in. So just make sure that your hand is well inside your page. And this fits perfect. Now you can choose to put it straight, sideways, but since my ghost is already a little cockeyed on there, I'm going to go ahead and put this straight on there. So that's what the front of your page 1 is going to look like. Now, you do have the other one of this that you could run. You could run 2 pieces of it on either side, like this, which I think is what I'm going to do. This is the little piece that I cut off the other one. Okay, well, since I'm going to do this, I won't cut decorative. So let me go ahead and glue that down. Okay, so my flap is glued down. Oh, goodness, I'm getting glue everywhere. And then I want to put this one in here. About right there. And ladies, I have not made one of these books, so I am like designing as I'm going along. I did this in my head, and that was the hardest thing to do. I don't think I'm doing that again. Next time that I put a kit out, I need to make the book first, and then, because this was just hard to do. Okay, all I'm doing is gluing this down right there. Okay, so that's my page, my front of my page, and it's going to have the tag that goes right here. And it's going to, and you can glue this down right here if you so choose to do so. I would use a little bit harder or stronger tape to do that. Okay, so your first page has pockets, and that there. Then you're going to open it, and it's going to have that and that. And then your back, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to glue this flap down. Let me take this out. You're going to glue that. I'll show you this. Glue that flap down. You're going to take your Dracula mat right here. And where the coffin is, you can put a picture there. And where the lines are sideways, I guess you could do a little writing on there with a white pen. It's all up to you. I am going to also raise this just a little bit. Like this. And I want to put it right there. I'm going to center it. Now, this little coffin, I am making sure that it's not with my binding. I'm going to glue it right there. And right here on this, it's like, you know, for me, you can do 2 things. You can put it on here, use a brad, and it can swing open. And you can see a picture there. Or me, I'm just going to glue it down here like it was opened, you know, like somebody just slid the coffin door over. And I'm also going to put it in a little, I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Okay. And it's raised, so once again, you can put the picture right under there. And that just looks like the coffin was opened. And your tag goes back here. And we can go ahead and shut that there. And I'm using score tape for that. If you use the red tape, you know, that's really good too. And I'm not going all the way down. I mean, there's only one tag there. It's not like it's going to try to jump out. Just a little secure there. So this is your first page. Once everything was cut, it made for real easy. This is your tag. Goes back here. And your mat. I'm going to go ahead and glue my mat down right there. I'm probably going to put it down with a little stronger tape. You're supposed to be able to tear this with your fingers. I have the hardest time. I'm just weak. Now remember, you can add flowers, you can add anything else, and then I'm going to add some glue to it. Other embellishments that you have around, make sure that you're gluing this. Since it does have a ghost, make sure that it is on the right position and that everything's facing in the right direction. And that you're not too close to where you're going to put your binding rings. So I'm going to push it over a little bit. Like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Hi. I see people do this and it's like so easy for them. Okay. All right. So over to the side over here. And there you go. Now remember, you have a whole bunch of other little die cuts over here that you can incorporate to your book. So make good use of them. Use them here and there. Put them everywhere. I would put the book together first, and then, or at least that's what I do. I put the book together, all done, and then I come back and use embellishments. But you know, everybody works different. So here's page 1, ladies. I hope you enjoyed, and I will come back and we'll work on page 2. Okay, thank you. Love.